how do you argue that this has been a successful Secretary of State?
Well, look at the Arab Spring. I think that's a good example. Only someone as simple-minded as Donald Trump would say that the Arab Spring is Hillary Clinton's fault. The Arab Spring was something that happened in country after country because the people there chose to fight back against their leaders. All we could do from the outside is try to adjust our positions, try to help them where we could. So in Egypt, as I think it's well known, Hillary Clinton was more reluctant to make a change from Mubarak to the new leadership. And Libya, you know, everyone likes to talk about Libya as a failure, but imagine if we hadn't done anything. Imagine if we had just sat back the way Trump wants us to. Remember, he said Gaddafi is a great terrorist killer, implying that we should have left him in place. Well, had we left him in place and we had a rebellion against Gaddafi the way there was a rebellion against Assad in Syria, we would have 5 years of hell and civil war in that country spreading across the region. So yes, Libya wasn't perfect, but it would have been worse had we not intervened. And I also am hearing
in everything you're saying how she's going to start distancing herself, that she would not have backed the nudging of Mubarak in Egypt. So she has to start defining herself as different, because when you look at ISIS, you look at the growth of Islamic extremism all across northern Africa, and now you see what's happening in Europe, these daily attacks. It's just very difficult to make an argument that they've been on top of this matter.
Look, nobody in the world has solved the terrorism problem, and I think only, again, someone as simple-minded as Donald Trump would imagine that the American president can wave their wand and terrorism will go away. That's not the way the real world works. That may happen on reality TV, but in the real world, there are multiple problems.
In the real world, you can put down a red line and say that if it's crossed, you're going to do something. But
well, now you're talking about President Obama again, and let's talk about what really happens in the real world. And in the real world, Hillary Clinton understands where we have to be tough, where we have to be smart, and where we have to make agreements rather than throwing our allies under the bus.
Thank you.